Alright, what's up you guys, this is Uprising here. This is going to be my second episode of my Q&A segment that I have going. Before I get started, I want to remind you guys that I have a blog spot that I put up new articles on every Wednesday around 6 or 7 o'clock. I'm not sure, Eastern or Central, whichever time. Just checking around that time area and you'll see a blog from me every Wednesday night. This week I will be discussing the ban list of the September 2011 ban list, what I feel like should have gotten hit, what I feel like shouldn't have got hit, and my discussions on, JD going to 3, NechaJaeyun going to 2. I'll give you more in-depth and further discussion of what I actually feel about the new Lightsworn / Twilight support, and will it be like a tier deck and stuff like that. It will be a tier deck, but anyway, just don't forget to check out my blog, and I will get on with today's questions for today. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time that I do have a good bit of questions. I'm going to go ahead and try to give a short and sweet, simple answer to all of them. That way this video isn't long. So if you guys want to know more an in-depth answer, I guess you guys can PM me and I'll give you a more in-depth answer there. So get on with the first question. NeoDrao asks, what do you think about running Chain Dog in a Lightsworn build? I actually did not know what Chain Dog did, and then I had to look it up. Pretty much is whenever it's in the graveyard, you control a beast type or something, you can special summon it back from the graveyard. It has 1600 attack, and it's a 4-star, and it can only be used as a synchro material for a beast type monster. Now, I don't know which beast type synchro monster you would want to synchro into in a Lightsworn build to begin with. So honestly, you can dump it in the graveyard fast enough, because obviously you're milling a lot with Lightsworns, but if you really want to synchro, I think you'll be alright without it. Now, if you're going to build a Lightsworn variant that, you synchro into a good amount of beast type synchro monsters, then yeah, it might be a good card, but in pure Lightsworn build, I think you'll be fine without it. WhirlwindKnight asks, do you think Whirlwind Weasel was a great tech card this format, considering Hamster and Debris can get it? Debris can get it, yeah, but you make synchro plays and stuff with Debris. You have better targets with Debris. It could be a good thing, because Whirlwind Weasel, it's like a flip effect, and whenever it's flipped, it's pretty much like a cold wave. No spell trap cards can be activated until the end of the turn. Hamster is a pretty good combo. You can flip Hamster to get Whirlwind Weasel. That way, it's already set for your play to go off. If you can Threatening Roar or something, protect it for a turn. The next turn, you could flip it, pretty much freeze your opponent, and then go off with your explosive play, whatever that may be. That's a pretty good card. I've always liked Whirlwind Weasel, but I've actually never seen it in decks. But it's actually a good card, So I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, I actually really do like the card. Now, people taking it in decks, I haven't seen that, but maybe you can be the first, man. Out of the 3 Wicked Gods, which would you prefer? This was asked by Tentailes. I would actually prefer the Wicked Avatar, and I think I got this one right. His effect is whenever it battles a monster, it's always 100. Its attack power is always 100 points more than the monster battling it, so it automatically wins no matter what. So it's pretty much pretty much like the boss monster, I like that one. Now, artwork, I do like the Wicked Dreadroot, but for actually effect-wise, I do like the Wicked Avatar. I think I got the names right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But the one that whenever it battles a monster, it pumps up 100 attack more than the battling monster. That's pretty good. I like that one. KnockFan asks, what do you think about banlist predictions? Now, I don't know if you meant what do you think about people making banlist prediction videos? So I'm gonna go ahead and answer it I think that's what you meant, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer that. I actually do like whenever people answer or make videos about banlist predictions on the ban list. One, it's good to see a variety of people hit semi limit and ban a certain amount of cards, their explanations why, and it's a great conversation starter. It's a good discussion video where people can discuss why this should get hit, why it shouldn't get hit. I do like this video. I actually was gonna put up a ban list discussion video probably Monday, but I was gonna put it up. I had it recorded and everything like that, so I just kind of, I don't know. I wanted to put it up, but it was 21 minutes long, and plus the next day, the ban list actually came out, so I feel like it was a waste anyway. But if you guys want to know what I actually think about the confirmed 100% confirmed ban list, you guys can check out my blog spot. What do you think is the best tech for Lightsworns? This was asked by isolationJM. I do like Lightsworn Barrier. I have always liked Lightsworn Barrier. What it does is whenever your opponent declares an attack on a face-up Lightsworn monster, you mill the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard to negate the attack. It's a continuous trap card. It's pretty good, you know. Pretty much, if you flip your Raikou and you don't want it to be destroyed, you mill the top 2 cards. You get a lot of. That's what you want to do, is mill. So that's good as well. The next turn you can sack off that Raikou for Celestia. It's pretty good. So I actually like Lightsworn Barrier. Diamond Man 105 asks, do you think Roll Tribute is going to win? I actually don't think Gravekeepers are going to get any hit on the ban list whatsoever anymore, because we got 3 MST and Heavy Storm in our format again. They're probably not going to be as great as they once were because of all the back row destruction and single picking off the Necro Valleys and stuff like that. So I actually think that if anything, it will stay at 2, but I don't see it going to 1. The Blazesamurai asks, could you show us your girlfriend? Bada bing boodoo pow, there's my girlfriend right there, and I think she'll stick around for the rest of the video. You have anything to say?
No.
You want to say hey?
Hello.
Anything else?
Nope.
You want to say something about Yu-Gi-Oh?
We make a lot of money.
Alright. Do you have anything to say about the new ban list?
I'm happy about 3 Judgment Dragons.
Why are you happy about 3 Judgment Dragon?
Because you will win and then everyone will want to be playing your deck.
That's funny.
Is it true?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to have to tweak it. I actually don't have all the cards for my Lightsworn deck. You actually know this. But whenever I do get some of the cards, I will be testing out a pure Lightsworn build. You guys will definitely be waiting for that, because I'm going to be happy to even record that video for you guys. But on with the questions. Team B Down 1 asks, would you change from Lightsworns to Steel Sworns? Lightsworn, okay, first of all, Lightsworns is always going to be my shit. Okay, I know Jarrell Winston is pretty much like the Lightsworn king, but actually, this is a funny story. He was playing with his Fable deck, and I was playing Lightsworn, and I 2-0'd the fuck out of him, and he pretty much told me to fuck off, go eat a dick, and I hope you die. Those are the 3 things that he actually said to me, and then he rage quit the duel. This was on Dueling Network, by the way. So, just to let you know, Lightsworns is my shit. And Steel Sworns, I don't exactly know what Steel Sworn is. Now, I do know the archetype Steel Swarm, as in Steel Swarm Roach, and I do know that they're kind of like a Monarch, kind of like archetype, but I don't really expect to go into them. I do know that they have like a whole deck built. Now, support-wise, I'm not sure, but I actually don't plan on changing my main deck from Lightsworn, so I think I'll stick with Lightsworn. Fran RC 265 asks, what got you into Yu-Gi-Oh? I used to go with my mom to work whenever I was really young, and I was waiting for Pokemon to come on one day. It was on a Saturday, and before Pokemon came on, it was a TV show called Yu-Gi-Oh that came on, and I actually watched it. It was whenever Yugi was facing Weevil, and Weevil's boss monster was Great Moth, and that was pretty much what got me started. I watched a TV show, and then I went to the store with my friend Jordan, and we bought some packs, and we were like flipping shit because we knew the cards from the TV show and stuff, and so it just escalated from there. It was Legend of Blue Eyes packs. It was whenever they were $2.99 a pack, so it was pretty good. IRunTheApocaylspe asks, if Lightsworns were wiped off the face of this planet, what deck would you main? Now, I'm going to pretend like Heavy Storm and Triple MSC did not come back in our format and say Gladiator Beast, because I really feel that Gladiator Beast is a very underestimated deck. It is the perfect, it is one of the decks I would consider perfect in my opinion, because it has so many plays in it that in whatever play style, if you're playing conservatively, you have a conservative deck. The deck itself is an entire toolbox. It is a very good deck that if you want to play aggressively and pretty much go Geysaris a lot, then it has that option too. Get 21 beater Laquares out. If you want to play conservatively, more control, you got the Ready Aries, Murmelos, and Hoplamus to stall a little bit. And then Esadari just topped off the deck. I love Esadari. Like 70% of the games that I played with my Gladiator Beast deck, which I did upload a deck profile yesterday, so you guys can go check that out. 70% of the games that I've won with my Gladiator Beast deck was because of Esadari. This was before I added Dimensional Vision in the deck. But I do like Gladiator Beast a lot. Now with Heavy and Triple MST back in the format, I actually don't know what I'm going to play. I think I'm going to stick with Lightsworn because obviously Lightsworn and Twilight are going to be top tier decks, so I'm probably going to be sticking with those. But if Lightsworns were wiped off the face of the planet, I would probably have to play Gladiator Beast. Regardless of Heavy being back, I would probably just main some Starlight Roads or something like that. Try to at least help alleviate the back row destruction. So, JXPR 2000 asks, what do you think about Dragoonities being competitive? Dragoonities have always been a tier deck. Dragoonities have always been a tier deck. Now, like a tier 1 deck, not so much. Probably like a tier 1.5 to tier 2 deck. They've been, I mean, they get off some pretty cool plays, but having to rely so much on Phalanx and having to rely so much on the graveyard as well as the fields. What the fuck you looking at?
You.
Having to rely so much on the field spell kind of sucks, you know. But in a simple Solemn Warning can pretty much say, okay, you Solemn Warning my ducks, okay, go. Dragoonities with 3 Icarus attack, I don't really see them being like really competitive, like tier 1 competitive, but I do know that they're topping in Japan quite often. I think they're running 2 copies of Zephyros the Elite, so it's pretty good there. I mean, you can activate your Ravine, pitch Zephyros, grab a Dux to your hand, and then you can return Ravine to your hand to grab Zephyros to the field. You take 400, play Ravine again, then ditch another card, grab I think I said that all wrong. You're supposed to grab Phalanx to your hand first, and then ditch the Phalanx for the second time you activate Ravine, grab Dux, and go off from there. So, what is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh moment of all time? Like with a certain match or a trip that really inspired you or excited you? This was asked by TeamTcgTriangle. I think my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh moment of all time was whenever I FTK'd somebody with Lightsworn. He was playing Blackwings with like 3 Kalutes and stuff like that. He sets 2 back row and sets value and says go. I activate a charge, I mill a wolf, I grab something to my hand, I activate Solar Recharge, I discard a card, I draw 2, mill 2, I activated another Solar Recharge, I pitch the Lightsworn that I got from charge, I draw 2, I mill 2, I mill a wolf, so I have 2 wolves on my field. So then I drop JD, I nuke the whole entire field, and then I reborned wolf, and then I removed from play 2 cards to summon Soul Impurity of Light, and that was whenever I played Soul Impurity of Light in my deck. And then I still had 1 more wolf back in my deck because I ran 3, and then I was like foolish for game because I foolished the last wolf for game. So it was Soul Impurity of Light, Celestia, Wolf, and JD. Yeah, got really lucky. Tim the King 23 asked, do I like pie? Yes, I love pie, thank you, but it makes me fat, so I try not to eat it a lot. And if you were to create a XYZ Synchro Monster for Lightsworns, what effect would it have, and what would its name be? I'd actually thought about this for a while. I actually thought about this for a while, and my XYZ monster, I would make an XYZ monster other than a Synchro Monster. It would be a XYZ monster. You would have to use Lumina and Garoth as XYZ material monsters, because everyone knows that Lumina and Garoth are pretty much husband and wife. They're pretty much butt buddies. But the effect, I don't know the name and I don't know the picture, but I do know the effect. Once per turn, you can mill up to 5 cards from your deck to your graveyard. This card gains 100 attack for each card sent. For every Lightsworn card that was milled by this card's effect, you draw an extra card. So you get the effect of Garoth. So you can plus off of it, as well as it gains a 500 up to a 500 attack boost. You get a 5 mil to the graveyard. It's perfect. So that would be pretty broken. Don't get me wrong, but that's what I would make. MechaJaeyun asks, who whips their hair more, me or you? Well, I don't know, MechaJaeyun. I'm pretty sure that I whip my hair back and forth a lot more than you do, because whenever I watch your videos, I think you only whip your hair back and forth probably about 2 or 3 times during the video. And whenever I whip my hair back and forth in my videos, I usually whip my hair back and forth probably about a good 25 times. Actually, in my next video, I'm going to have a hair whip counter. So every time I whip my hair, I'm going to add a counter to that little hair whip counter. So yeah. But I have no earthly idea who whips their hair back and forth. Do you? I whip my hair back and forth. Last question is by ScratchScratchPencil, and it is, what is your opinion on flame bells and which structure deck would you recommend? I would actually, I do like flame bells a lot, but you can get a good plus off of them, you know, as well. I mean, Flame Fire Dog is a good plus, as well as it can combo with Horn of the Phantom Beast to draw a card. Rekindling is still a very, very amazing card. It's one of the best spell cards in my opinion. But the simple fact that a bottomless can actually take care of your Fire Dog, it kind of sucks, you know. Pretty much one of your big boss monsters are gone right there. But it can be a very explosive deck. I actually really do like the archetype. And if you really want to learn more about Flame Bells, I suggest you checking out Shoddy Duop. I'll leave his annotation right here. He is all into Flame Bells. Flame Bells to him is like Lightsworn to me. It's just you will always have that connection with him. Now, what structure deck would I recommend to you? I don't know if you mean what structure deck would you recommend on building Flame Bells, or what structure deck would I recommend to you, like, period. But I would actually recommend the Fairy structure deck. You get a Stratos, you get a Dark Arm, you get a D-Draw, and you get a badass Infernity Barrier, but nobody runs it. And then if you buy three of the structure decks, you pretty much got a deck that won Worlds. And plus with Archlord Christia coming out in a tin, it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard to get on Archlord Christia. That way you would actually have a competitive deck, as well as running triple product duality in the deck, which comes in the tin as well. As long as you buy 3 of the tins, 3 of the structure decks, you will have a tier 1 deck in my opinion. So that's it for the questions. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
Anything at all?
No.
Anything to my subscribers?
Can't think of anything. Thanks for watching David's videos.
Don't forget to rate this video. Give it a thumbs up if you actually like the Q&A segments. Give it a thumbs up because I actually show my girlfriend in this video. If you want to see my girlfriend in the next video, I want this video to get 25 thumbs up. If it gets 25 thumbs up, then I'm dragging her ass in my video again. So, until then, don't forget, check out my blog. And I will have my blog around 7 o'clock tonight. I'm actually going to go ahead and write it now. I have about 13 minutes to get the blog up, but I feel like I will do it. Don't forget to check out my blog as well. Don't forget to leave your questions down below in the comments. Everybody who asked me a question in this video, I will leave their link in the description below so you guys can go check out the people who asked me questions. If you want to get a mini shout out from me, don't forget to ask me a question, you know, because I will leave every single person that left me a question in the description box below. I want to keep this segment alive, so please don't forget to ask me some questions, whether they're random as fuck, dealing with like Magic the Gathering, or I actually know a little bit about Magic, and I actually know a little bit about the Pokemon TCG, so anything that you want to ask me card related, don't forget to ask me. I will answer them as best as I can. So until then, guys, don't forget to check out the other videos that I put up during the week, and don't forget to check out the things that piss me off. I will upload a video on Friday. I will go ahead and let you end it.
Bye, everyone.